The 1962 World Series was one of the more memorable editions of the Fall Classic. The Yankees were in the midst of a dynasty, seeking their 8th world title since 1950.
That's the era in which when you went into a World Series with that Yankee team, you expected to win every World Series. I mean, they still had Maris and Mantle and Berra and Howard and Skowron. And the Yankees had hitting that could match probably one of the all-time great teams.
Meanwhile, the Giants won the National League pennant for the first time since moving to the West Coast in 1958, beating the Dodgers in a 3-game playoff. The eyes of the entire baseball world were fixated on San Francisco and Candlestick Park for Game 1.
Well, it was exciting for the city, naturally, because we was in the World Series. For the players, we was hungover from lack of sleep from the night before. Most of us stayed up all night. We didn't get in from Dodger Stadium till really late. So it was a lot of confusion, but we managed to play the game, naturally.
The 1962 World Series is underway from Candlestick Park.
The Yankees' bats were out for Game 1. Powered by a Clete Boyer home run that broke a 2-2 tie in the 7th, the Yankees took a 1-0 series lead. Jack Sanford 3-hit the Yanks in Game 2, while Willie McCovey anchored the Giants' offense with a solo blast in the 7th.
This one is a home run for Willie McCovey.
It was quite a thrill. I think I glided around the bases. I couldn't feel my feet at the ground. It's probably the fastest home run trot you ever seen.
My feeling was, well, we split, and now we're going to our home base in New York for 3 games, and so that's what we were wanting to do.
The Giants knew they were going into a tough place to play, but remained confident.
Well, the stadium itself will intimidate you. The players don't intimidate you. I mean, we knew about Mantle and Maris and Whitey Ford and, Yogi Berra and all those guys, and we knew they were good players. But in order for us to be there, we knew we was good too.
The Yankees took Game 3. Momentum looked to be on the Bombers' side heading into Game 4, but the Giants' Chuck Hiller changed all that.
He swings it a long belt to right field. It's well hit. Maris back at the fence. It's gone. Chuck Hiller has just hit a grand slam home run for the Giants.
Those little second basemen, that's terrible when they hit grand slams with the bases loaded like that.
That's right, a little second baseman. In a World Series, it usually happens that way all the time. It seems like the guy you least expect come out being the hero.
A rain delay pushed Game 5 back a day, but Tom Tresh rose to the occasion and led the Yanks to a 5-3 victory. The scene was to shift back to San Francisco, but Mother Nature had other plans.
Rain, rain, rain. And the thing I remember most about the entire series was the rain involved in it. They even had the helicopters trying to dry off the field so we could play.
I was watching it in New York, so I was in school, and I was always take the time off to watch the game. So one day, no game. Next day, no game.
We were starting to wonder if we was going to ever finish this World Series.
With the rain finally passing, the Giants won behind a brilliant performance by Billy Pierce, who 3-hit the Yankees, forcing a pivotal Game 7.
We felt that the pressure was on them because we're playing here in our ballpark, and now after winning Game 6, we feel we can beat them now. We're going to win the series.
Today, this is it. One whole year wrapped up in one ball game.
I think there was a certain amount of tension, but I think if I remember correctly, we had a 1-run lead, and we were grateful to get 1 run. We were hoping for more than that.
Clinging to that lead, the Yankees were trying to stave off a 9th-inning comeback by the Giants.
Lou was leading off, and I knew he loved to bunt, and he laid the bunt down right towards me. I could not make the play, and so he was on with a base hit. Then, if I remember correctly, we got the next 2 out, and then Willie Mays hit a ringing double to right field, and Roger Maris made a great cutoff, a perfect relay to me, and I in turn threw it home to Elston Howard.
Matty Alou was held up at the last moment. It looked like he was going to make a try for it. Bobby Richardson took the relay from Roger Maris and rifled a throw into Elston Howard. 1 hop, he would have had him at the plate.
He would have been out, so it was the best thing to do is to hold him up. So anyway, I get up and I figured they were going to walk me because first base is open. Ralph Houk goes out to the mound and talks it over.
I walked over to second base. Willie Mays was on the base, and Kubek looked at me and said, "I sure hope McCovey doesn't hit the ball to you." And I said, "Why?" He said, "You've already made 1 error in this series. I'd hate to see you blow it now." Well, that's what I was thinking about.
This place is a madhouse right now. The Yankees lead 1-0, the bottom of the 9th. The Giants have runners at second and third with 2 outs, and Willie McCovey is the batter.
Well, I still had the mindset that I probably wasn't going to get a good pitch to hit. And when you have that mindset and you see a good pitch coming in, I kind of jumped at it a little too quick and got out front.
He swings and sends a long ball to right field. Maris is chasing it. It is curving foul. It's going in the seats.
Normally, on a ball like that, I would hit it out long ways to right field, fair. But I just got out front just a little bit and pulled it foul. And like I say, the next pitch he threw me was the famous line drive to Richardson.
There's a liner straight to Richardson. The ball game is over and the World Series is over.
When it left the bat, you thought, maybe we have a tie game here.
Willie McCovey hit it like a bullet.
McCovey hit the ball. It was hit really hard. It was a sinking line drive.
Well, I hit it pretty hard. I couldn't hit it any harder. I mean, I could have hit it in a better direction, but it's as good as I could hit it.
Had that ball got out of his reach, the Giants would have been the winner. Now it's the Yankees who have mobbed Ralph Terry in the center of the diamond, and well, they should.
And then, of course, there was celebration on the mound. Gave the ball to Ralph Terry, and he was then voted most valuable player of the World Series.
It's funny, you know, losing that World Series, we figured, well, we're going to be back next year. We thought we'd probably win the National League pennant for the next 10 years because we felt we had that type of ball club. And little did we know we wasn't going to go back again, but that's baseball. You just never know.